Okay, let's complete the layout of the application. So we've got a good thing going on here, except for perhaps a bit more work on what's going to happen inside the area that we want to show the to-dos, the list of the to-dos. So let's go back and maybe put some stuff in here. I'm gonna add a div, let's say buy milk and buy bread. Okay, so buy milk, buy bread. What I want to do here is to add a input. And so if I save it, you're going to see that there is this like input area, right? But actually what I want to do, and let me put another one associated with the buy bread. And perhaps we can put these in another div to kind of show that these two are like grouped together. And then I'll explain to you what is it that I'm going for. So I want to be able to, when I like maybe double click on a to-do, I want to be able to edit it. Right? I want to be able to edit it. And so the way I'm going to do this is by having an input next to the section that actually shows the to-do, and we can even like put a value in it that says buy milk, right? And let's put a class here. Let's put a class here too. So this is what we can do. We can make this hidden. So now it's hidden, right? And let's say when somebody double click on this, take this attribute, take this class and give it to this one and take it off this one. And then like you see, it's as if it's there, but now it's actually editable, right? So that's the trick that I'm going to use. By like to start with, I'm going to make this one hidden, but then I'm going to make like when somebody clicked on it, then I'll make the div hidden and I put this in its place. It's probably a good idea to give some custom class names to these elements, so that if we want to apply some consistent styling, or if we want to get hold of them in our JavaScript, we can do that. So every element that is like maybe here in this div, we can give it a class name of to-do text. So this goes here as well. And then everything here, in addition to being hidden by default, we call it to-do edit. Right, so I'm gonna put that here as well and give this a value. Now what I'm doing is a little silly, because I'm making the app to sort of have two to-dos by default, as if like you're opening it for the first time, it has two to-dos. I will clean that up at the end. But right now I'm doing this more so to create a structure and lay out my ideas as to how I'm going to work with the app, and also get the look and feel of that, right? So like maybe class here, let's give it some padding. Yeah, give it here to this one as well. Okay, this looks better now. Let's also give this like a to-do item. So a to-do item is made up of a to-do text and a to-do edit. And these classes are just helpful for us to like group elements and then collect all of them if we want to like iterate on them. So this is me just forward thinking, putting some like IDs and classes in on different elements, so then later I can use JavaScript to get hold of them. All right, maybe let's add a divider, divide y. Okay, I gotta learn to spell it. There you go. So this divide y, what it does is that every time you add another one of these, it adds a divider between them. You see how nice that is, right? So I don't have to, like, I can just keep adding these. Maybe add one to the bottom of the, let's go add a divide y to the main class as well. Okay, now it looks cleaner, more consistent, right? Something, and yeah. Okay, this looks good. So that's what I want to do with like the list of to-dos. Now, a few other things we're gonna need here is I want to add like another section at the bottom of this. So let's go and like add another section. And here I want to have like a button. Let's make 2 of these. And I want to say something like mark all as complete. And the other one I'm gonna give it, well, clear completed. Okay, let's give this some styling. So make it a flex, do a justify between, so they get a spread over. Let's give it some padding. Okay, let's make it less prominent by giving it a gray color. Okay, and maybe make it a little smaller as well. All right, we gotta give these IDs so that we can get hold of them and give them like event listeners. So clear completed, and say mark all complete. Okay, let's give this one ID too. We may need to get hold of this section. We can call this to-do action. So it kind of looks like this. We can also have a div or a span and say something like 2 item left. So buy milk, buy bread. And let's give this ID too, so that we can something like to-do count. We can get hold of it, and this should show the number of to-dos that we have. All right, so you see this justify between, it puts them like it distributes them evenly in the width. All right, well, let's format this whole thing. I think that's about it. Maybe the only point I want to make, it doesn't make a difference if you change this to div. It's the same thing. I just want to tell you that div is used for when you want to like create blocks that are stacked on top of one another. Spans are used for the same purpose, but things are in line. So this flex item makes them to be all next to each other. If I take this out, the buttons are going to be next to each other. If I were to change this to div, you're going to see that this div is like its own block, right? If I want all of them to be next to each other, I can do a span, and now they're all next to each other. But then again, the best thing is to use flex attribute. So flex, now justify between works, and I can do like flex column, and then all of them are going to be columned up on top of like a stacked up on top of each other. That's not really what I want here though. So okay, I think we've got everything we wanted, and we're ready to go and write some code and make this actually operational.